Hello, hello, and welcome in to Tammy Loves Vintage. I have been working on a project. I sat down to do this project with you, and I came on Facebook to sign in, and I saw that Michelle at the Vintage Daisy was live doing a project, and I wanted to see what she was doing, and I didn't want to go live while she was live. I know sometimes that can be avoided, but there was a lot of gluing for me to do, and I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get it started and piddle around with it while she's doing her thing and I can watch her. And anyway, I'm almost finished. So I put it aside and I glued together another little project that I had laying here, and I thought I would just come on really quick and say hello and work on finishing this up, because I think it's one you're gonna like and it's super easy. So I know it's one that you're gonna be able to do. You just need some buttons, lots and lots of buttons. And if I remember how many of you were loving the Christmas tree that I did, the button trees. And I mean, we did those years ago, and so many of you are still asking about the button trees. And I posted it back with my Valentine decor, and some of you were even asking about it then. So I'm like, oh my gosh, these button trees are going crazy. So I was looking at my mantle. I think I mentioned this in my last video, and there were a couple of things I weren't happy with. There's a couple of things I wasn't happy with. So one of them was this big heart. I had this big heart, if you remember, and this is from the Dollar Tree probably, and I had covered it with yarn, and then I glued them together, and I glued these little ones on top of it. So I had this big, I'm sorry, I just got a message from a new gal who, she joined my group, and she's not on Facebook. So she joined Facebook to be in my group, and I just sent her a notification, and she just texted me, how do I get to it? I can't figure it out. Oh, I feel so bad. I didn't tell her to follow my page. Oh well, anyway, I'll tell her. She catch the replay. So I had this heart covered like these in this yarn. It's twisty yarn, and I think I'm just tired of it. It's super cute. It's super easy to do. You literally just glue your yarn as you go, and you get these, curly. Let's see here. Let me grab it. Here it is. This curly yarn. It's this kind of yarn. And I wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and glued and wrapped and glued and wrapped as I went. So anyway, looking at my mantle, the heart that we made together, the bigger one, this was the perfect next size down. And if you remember in my box when we unpacked Valentine's, I had two of the big ones. So I decided to tear apart the yarn one and make a button heart, because I'm really loving my button trees, and I wanted to make a heart. I just had the bright idea. So I cut all of the yarn off, and I got off what glue I could. This is the back, and I wrapped the back too. But then I glued really tightly around the edge, so I left the yarn. See that? And I just took my scissors and I went along here and I cut, and I cut the yarn. And then as I ripped off the yarn, wherever it was, like wherever I had a blank spot, which I've got it pretty good now, I went through, I mean, this is barely blank, but I guess I could show you. And I just put, let me put you down here. I just put a little bit of, oh, I don't have my other light on. That's why it's dark. I didn't turn my desk light on. Hopefully you guys can see. Anyway, and then I just glued some yarn down there, and then I went through and kind of trimmed it up a little bit. And honestly, it kind of gave a really nice edge to my heart. Let me go turn on that desk light real quick. It's just right here. I don't know if it'll help, but I feel like I think it helped a little bit. So anyway, I've been at a baby shower today. Still dressed for that. Anyway, so I sat down, I pulled I started with a bag of buttons, like, you know, you guys' buttons, and then I thought, oh, I need to just use my own buttons. So I dumped out a pile here like this, and then I went through like all of my buttons and looked for the textured ones like this. So I'm sorry I'm so late. I was really waiting on Michelle with the Vintage Daisy to finish up, but all of these textured buttons. So let me show you my heart, and I love it. Now I'm not done. I have this much left. I saved a little tiny bit for you guys just to show you, because the question was, you know, what kind of glue and all of this stuff. So anyway, this is my heart, and let's finish it up, and then I'll give you a really close up. I think it turned out really great, and I love it. And actually, I kind of like it maybe better than the trees. I hate to say that because I sure love my trees too, but anyway, let's keep going here. And then the other thing that I glued while I was waiting on Michelle was I had done this tray. I messed around with a rice paper from Decoupage Queen. I've been buying papers from Decoupage Queen. There's a link up in the top in my link tree at the very top of my page. And it is this bunny, and I matched the background and painted out a tray. And then I added these little metal, it's actually a ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby. I can show you a trim, not a ribbon, a trim, a metal trim. And then I diamond dusted it. And then I was just doing a Kathy thing, right? I was doing a Kathy from Royal Funky Junk. I don't do trays very often, but I thought, I don't know, something about that bunny and the size of it and everything just made me feel like it needed to be on a tray. So I had fun doing a tray like she does. And I'll show you that trim in case you're curious if I have any. Yeah, this. It's this. It was in the discontinued, $7.44 for a whole bolt of it, or whatever they had wrapped on there. So that's what I used to trim out the tray. Anyway, I was going to try my hand at her glue dots, but I thought, no, I better just use something that I know is foolproof, right? So anyway, let's get this heart going. I know I've said anyway like 5 times. So all I did was begin laying down larger buttons to kind of fill the space. I went around the edge and did some buttons, but I really like that kind of furry edge. I really like that a lot. And so I used hot glue. Just regular old hot glue, and then you just start laying them down, and if they're crooked, just make sure your glue touches another button or something, so that you can you know, get a good adhesion. And then like ones like this, I like to put over top of something, like here's an area that's kind of plain with just regular basic buttons. Like, see, there's nothing too exciting right here in this area. So I think I'll just put this right on top. However it might go. Will it go? There it went. There it went. Let me wipe my glue off. Okay, there it went just fine. Okay, and then I just start filling in this area here with buttons. And I'm kind of overlapping. Here's another one with a lot of texture. So I glued each and every button on one by one by one. And like I said, I'm almost done. And I sat and looked for holes, places that, you know, was missing something, and gaps where maybe a button laid a little crookedish or whatever. And I think, well, that is almost too many texture-y. What's this one? Oh, that's a really good one. I'm going to put that one in there. Really, let's see, is that touching anything? I need it to go somewhere where it's going to touch something. Are you touching? Oh yeah, you're touching. It's just not drying out. And then, gosh, I didn't relieve myself very much at all to do with you guys, but I just wanted you to get the idea that because I knew there would be questions, and now I can refer you back to this video. Let's see here. There we go. And then I took this thing and moved it all around to make sure I didn't have any, like I tried to look underneath, like I'm looking across it to see if there's any gaps or anything that I'm missing. Like here's a spot where I can see the board, and make sure you paint your board. Don't leave it with words on it or color underneath. You want the board to be cream colored, or you know, whatever color, you know, black buttons, whatever color your buttons are, you'll want your board to be that color. Okay, so let me keep looking here and see if I see anything that I don't love. There's two spots right here. Let's see. No, too big. Okay, let's do this one here. And then I'm going to do just a plain old button. Let me find just a little one. I just need a little one for right there. And then if I had any that were ugly or boring, of course I couldn't have them all have texture, but like this one was just a cheap plastic one, and I put a little heart button and overlaid it on top. And then I wasn't crazy for this big one right here, so I laid another one on top of it. And then the same, I had that exact same button down here. So I had two buttons that matched. So if I zoom you in here, where you can see, I went through every button container that I had looking for some with texture. I like the pearl buttons. I have all sizes. I like the teeny baby buttons. I have, okay, I showed you one heart. I have another heart. Let's see where it is. Right, is that it? Yeah, I have another little heart right there and another little heart right here. So I had 3 hearts, and then this was a beautiful rose. No, was it this? No, it's not that. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. This one, it kind of looked like a tooth, but it's actually a rose. That kind of looked like a molar, but it was a rose. And honestly, I tried to kind of start here and work my way across, and it really was easier to just take the great big buttons, you know, the bigger buttons. I have bigger than this, but, and start laying them down to fill in. And then now I've kind of almost got a couple of layers because I didn't want any gaps. And that's how I did the trees, exactly like I just did this. And I'm sorry I didn't have more. It's Michelle's fault. She was making the sweetest little journal, and I kept saying, hurry up, Michelle, hurry up. I need to get this going before I finish it. But you know, when you know one of your friends is live, it's awful hard to go live and step on them. I call it stepping on them while they're live. But I think this is going to look super great. So I will make sure to put it on my mantle, on my mantle, and I'll take a picture of it for you, and I'll get you a couple close-ups so that you can see. But I just wanted to inspire you guys, because I know you can find hearts right now, and you can find them in all sizes. You can do this. Actually, I might even do it in a smaller one to keep in my everyday decor. I could keep this in my everyday decor, actually. Like the trees, I feel like they're good Christmas, early Christmas, like right after Thanksgiving, or, well, actually, I think I had it all out a little before Thanksgiving, but clear through until March. Now, it depends on where you live. If you're in Florida and you're getting nicer weather sooner, I would get rid of the trees, but the heart, you really could leave the heart out longer. I'll keep mine probably with my decor for Valentine's. I'll put it in that box, and when we unpack it next year, I'll share it again. But I think that a smaller heart to tuck in, like this size, would be super cute. Oh, I keep cutting these threads off. Where I had literally had to cut this off of this heart. So, and then I thought, okay, I could put these 2 hearts. My plan was to put these, you know, a couple of hearts overlapping them somehow on this, but I kind of like it so much plain, I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to waste it. And I think I'm going gonna leave it like that. Do you think? Leave it or add the hearts? What do you think? I mean, I like adding the hearts. It adds a little interest, but I don't want to take away from all the pretty buttons. So it's just this yarn, Claudia. We were talking about it earlier. I cut this heart was wrapped in this yarn, and I was kind of tired of it. I showed it to you guys when I did the unwrapping of our Valentine box, our decor. If you want to see all of the decor, I talked about each item that we made, and actually my Easter box is right here. Oh, I should. I laid this out. I didn't plan on this. Let me show you. I think this is in my decor. See, I haven't even looked. I'm way ahead of myself. But these sell out every year. They're inexpensive. Like, I don't know what they are this year. I haven't looked them up yet. But for spring, I pulled out my Easter box, and these were wrapped laying on top of my Easter box. And these are like real touch tulips, and they are amazing. And they are very inexpensive. Like, well, they've always been under $20. And I think you get 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm thinking you get 30 of them. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I bet you get 30 of them. But anyway, these are fabulous, and you can put them in like an old mason jar. You can put them in, you know, if you have a wooden vessel or just any kind of a vase, a milk glass vase. They're amazing. They come in every color under the sun, and I always tell my followers about these every spring so that they can try to get their hands on some. So it's up at the top of my page. There's the link tree that I told you about earlier, and they are my Real Touch tulips, and you want to get the right ones. Look in my Amazon store, and I think it's under Vintage Decor. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked for it, but yeah, they're in my Amazon store. I'll look for the link and send it or put it here for you guys in the comments for those of you that don't know how to find my link tree. But those are so good. So good. So, you know, I love my greenery, but those, I don't do a lot with color, but those I do. They have purple, they have red, and they're all fabulous. I've not seen any that I didn't like. So that's an oldie but a goodie that I make sure I show every year. But I did bring my Easter box. I'm not ready to do that yet. We just got Valentine's up, but I kind of, on the crafty side of it, wanted to look up for a few things, which I do have. Actually, I do have, so you know, Tuesday nights, those of you that know me, Tuesday night is craft night with my friend Julie, and sometimes Sherry joins us. And this week we made, so you know my cotton spun Santas that I made with you guys here and taught you how to use cotton batting. Well, we made, so you start with pipe cleaners and you wrap them and you get legs and arms, and then this is batting that we dyed with Rit dye, and made these little bunnies. Now we cheated a little bit, and we can't do that anymore. Julie's like, we can't do that, no more cheating. But I don't know what I did with my, anyway, she found these heads at Michael's, and so the girls in my group, we made, few girls, I see a lot of you, that we did the wool, the wet felting in our group. Julie, while I was finishing, I was late getting there. I had a paint job to finish and get stuff from. And anyway, she made a head out of the wool from the kit that we got in the group, and actually made this out of wool. So we probably won't be, you know, buying any heads, but you could, for those of you that don't want to make the head, because I'm like, dang, that was awful easy. Oh, Lynn, I know, I hated to see you go. You've been in there a long time. So anyway, this is one of the projects I'm going to be doing over there for spring. And then the other one is a true cotton spun, where I literally start with these pipe cleaners, make my body, and use cotton balls, just like I showed you girls over there, to make my bunnies on the wall, if you remember. And this is a real cotton spun. So it needs painted. I gave him a little belly. I gave him a little bit of a face. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you how to do this, and then I gotta figure out, I've gotta paint it. We were gonna dress him, and then we thought, we went to all that work to put all that cotton on there, piece by piece. Not sure we want to cover it up with clothes. So, and then let me show you, in case anybody that hasn't been here didn't get to see my bunnies. I absolutely love, so this turned out to be a shameless plug for my group. I didn't really mean it to be. I really just wanted to share an easy button project, but so this is also cotton spun, literally like the old school way of doing cotton art. And we used his face, his body, and his ears are aluminum foil. And I literally cover it with cotton. Literally you use and shred cotton, cover it, and then we painted it out. We made the collar, we made the little frame, we trimmed it, everything, we painted it. All of that was done in the group. And then I did another one here because I wasn't sure if I liked that one or not. We did this one too. And so their heads are completely different shaped. So I did this one first, and his head, it wasn't like the girls weren't seeing a bunny in his head. They were having trouble seeing it. And I pulled out my inspiration from Pinterest, and it was way not that shaped like this. See how this one's like long and thick at the bottom, right? The picture, after I pulled it back out to study it again, was wider like this one, and more pointy, not so tall. So I reshaped a new bunny with more foil and made this little one. And daggone if I don't love them both after I got them painted and done. I love them both. So anyway, the way we did these is the way we'll be doing these. And so that's coming up in my group. And then I will show you how to dress, instead of Santa, we're going to dress a bunny. So that was kind of just for fun, just a little practice. What else do I got? I think that's it. So anyway, this is why I came on though. I wanted to show you my heart instead of a tree. I wanted to show you how you could display your pretty buttons and get the same look as the button tree, and maybe get a little bit longer use out of it, because I think you could leave this out year round. The only reason I left this around the edge was because it was all glued down, and this, when you compare it to the other heart that I did with you guys, a couple weeks ago, with that trim, the vintage trim, and the old postcards, that heart, this is the next size down. And I really liked that. I really liked that. Gail, so I'm sorry I haven't been looking at comments. So how about we wrap that up, and I will address some of your comments. But yeah, isn't it great? And I don't use a lot of these plasticky buttons, but for this, I felt like the texture was perfect. And I really like the texture of the yarn around the edge. I didn't want to do a ruffle because my other one has a ruffle. So anyway, yeah, it is a private group thing, Roseanne, because it's new. It's new. And hey, Michelle, I told them I'm so late coming on because I was waiting on you to finish your project before I came on and showed them my heart. So I left a little corner. I worked on this heart the whole time you were doing your thing. And I finished this little corner with the girls here tonight. So yeah, I can say, hurry up, Michelle. I got people to entertain. So the buttons, I just used hot glue. So that's so sweet. Yes, I love you too. I couldn't step on you. So, okay, yeah, I went to go live and I saw you were on there and I thought, oh, what's she doing? And then you were finishing the book that you started this morning that I had just finished watching. So it was crazy. So, okay, that's all that I have for you guys, but I'm going to go through and read some of your questions and try to answer Oh, there, Mona just said she thinks she found it. The lady that just signed up. Bless her heart. She thinks she found me. Are you here, Mona? I saw your text come up. I hope she figured it out. I don't know if she's from YouTube or TikTok. I'm not Pinterest. I'm not sure where she found me. Could have been Instagram, but she didn't have a Facebook page. So she's got her Facebook page set up, and I've been trying to lead her how to get to the group. So anyway, yes, the wood heart is just a Dollar Tree heart. I had it wrapped in, there's some little bit of hot glue I couldn't get off with the yarn, with this textured yarn, and it made super cute heart. And then I glued these two hearts to it. So it's just a heart form from Dollar Tree, and it had like Be My Valentine or something like that. This is the front of the heart, and so I flipped it over and did the back of the heart. You can see where the hanger holes were and all that. And I'm going to prop it on my mantle. I just used hot glue and added buttons, and I did just a little bit of it with you guys if you want to catch the replay, Karen. But I do button trees. I started doing button trees, gluing them onto styrofoam or painted paper mache. And everyone's been asking about these trees, so I decided to do a heart. I thought that would be fun. And I think actually I am going to do a couple of the smaller ones. I suppose I could work on, let's see, where's my Valentine? Let me think. Right here. Hang on. Let me just grab one, and I'll do one while we're talking. Oh, but I really can't. Because they're not painted. Will that matter? I mean, I do cover them pretty well. Maybe this one's got the string off of it. Let's just do it. What the heck? What the heck, right? So, all right, let's get these back out. Oh, I might have to get some more. But anyway, okay. Oh, I can't do that and answer comments. Too small. I don't have that many red ones, Cindy. I don't have that many buttons. I keep black. I have a little drawer of colored buttons. And yeah, if I had red ones, that's a super cute idea though, but I wouldn't have enough. Bernadine, if you look back just a couple of posts here on the page, you can see them. They're clear in the living room. I don't have, yeah. They're in the living room, and I hate to be off screen that long. So if you just, when we're all done, if you just check my feed and scroll up, you can see I did a close-up of one because someone had asked. It was a terrible picture, and I put it in the comments. And then I thought, oh, heck, I'll just show everybody. Good grief, I got all kinds of comments. You got on late. Okay, I answered that one. It's from the Dollar Tree. And I use hot glue, just hot glue, and I do one at a time. You can't really, I mean, you could put a puddle on there and start shoving them in, but you really want to kind of control how they're angled and how they're overlapped and all of that. Like each one is laid in nicely. So I want to do one, but thanks, Joy. Yes, my Niagara Falls, Canada. You should. That's funny. Thanks, Debbie. Too large. Oh, perfect, Kathy. Well, you're all set and ready to go. And then someone asked about the group and the way groups work. Sometimes groups are free, and they just are trying to get a bunch of people, and it grows their pages, and then we all go live in our friends' pages like that to get more followers, more friends, to find people that they relate to. If you love someone's project, then you're apt to follow them, and it helps grow their groups, and it helps us find friends and people that get our style, right? And then I have a paid group, and I started it in 2019, and we all have business coaches that are all like, you girls need to do something to make a little bit of money, because we buy all of these things and we take our time to do crafts, and we've got lighting and everything that you buy, the tripods and everything. And it's a very expensive hobby. And so I thought, well, I'll try it. This coach was very adamant about us doing, so everyone in the group started a page. And I started out at $15 a month, and I offer a year. If you do a year, you get the last month for free. And you can sign up for it on my website, but it is $15 a month, and I do at least 3 crafts a month and sometimes more. And I usually take my more involved things like I was showing you to the group first, and all my, you know, best ideas and newest things. And then I wait about a year or 2, and then I bring them to this page eventually. Some things. I never did bring the wax books. There's a few things I haven't brought, but for the most part, you know, that's what a group is like. And so there's 70 some people in there, and we all just kind of get to know each other, and it's more comfortable. Like right now, I don't know who's here, and I don't, you know, it's not as, it's a little more nervousy here than it is in my group, because we all know each other. And then I do most of my sales, I do my group first, and then I might bring it to the page every once in a while, like I did the other night. But like in the group, I have everyone's addresses, and it just goes really smoothly. Like right now, I have 3 unclaimed still, but of packages, so that's not bad. And then I offer 15% off of my website if you're a group member, so you get the passcode to get a discount on my website. So there's all kinds of little quirky, you know, things and reasons. And then I also do a nice giveaway every month. So a lot of vintage supplies for your own crafts. So that's just a quick about my group. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Sue. Thanks, Debbie. You like the small one best. You can see the bunny, Lynn. Yeah, once I got it all painted, you could definitely see it. You like the cotton heart. I know, I'm new to it, so the girls and I are baby stepping with it, but we're getting it figured out. Bunnies are cute. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes, Lynn needs to join again, so I don't know. Thanks, Connie. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, Connie, you're in there, so I'm going to show you how to make her. Thanks, Claudia. Leave the hearts because the buttons. I think so too, Mary. Okay, I'm looking at comments. I've never noticed if you decorate with family pictures, but a small heart would be lovely. Oh yes, it would be. And I do have one of those frames that rotate in my kitchen, so all of my pictures are on that. And then I have some pictures over my in my husband's office. And then just over the years, you know, the high school graduation pictures were just outdated, and you know, now I've got a grandbaby, so yeah, the pictures come back out. But yeah, I more use my stuff, and I will post a link about the tulips. Don't let me forget that. A small ribbon bow. Oh yeah, that might be cute. Let's just see about that. Adding a bow. Let's see here. Oops, that's not enough. Hang on. Oh geez, I've got it all. All right, here we go. That might be cute. Just for a little something, although I don't know if it needs anything really, because it's got a lot happening with all those buttons. Let's see here. Let's just see. DIY Susan. Let's just see, Susan J. Oh, and you guys, I don't know how many of you watch on Fridays for my, where I let you guys post your, oh, I don't let you, I encourage you to post your projects. Oh, that's really bad. Gosh, there's so many good ones. I can't answer, I mean, I can't comment on everybody's, but oh my gosh, so many talented followers here. And you want inspiration, go there and look at their pictures. And a lot of times the items are for sale. Oh, if I do that, I'm covering my hearts. Either way, I'm covering my hearts. I don't know if it needs it. It doesn't hurt it. It'll lay like that on the mantle, and then there'll be stuff in front of it too. So I don't know. I don't hate it, but I'm not sure it needs it. I see an oh yeah, and then I see a no bow. Okay. I might wait on the bow, and then maybe in a couple years when I'm tired of it, I'll add the bow to zhuzh it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll give you the link for those tulips. Just hang on a minute. Oh, thank you. It's my jacket is a TJ Maxx. looking at the one in the center top. It is glass. That's why this one popped. I bet it's this one. It's a glass button, and I threw it in there because it did pop, and it has a little bit of texture, and I thought it was pretty. So yeah, that's why that one's showing up. I'm sure that's the one you're talking about. Plain is perfect. Leave it. Okay, leave the buttons, no hearts. Okay. Everybody's agreeing. Okay, leaving it plain. Yes. Oh my gosh, you are all saying the same thing. Vintage lace. It would be cute, Shonda, but I have lace around the heart next to it on the mantle, so I don't think I want to do. I don't think I want to do that. And it is always something I can do later. Brenda, it is yarn. It's just yarn that I glued. It literally, I glued it as I was wrapping all of the yarn. I did these little ones, and then I did that great big one, and then I stuck them all three together, and then I just decided to cut it off. I was tired of it on the big one, so I cut it off, and I had really glued that edge, so there was no getting it off. So I went with it and left it, and I kind of like it, so it worked out. Thank you guys, thank you. I went out looking for, you could not find any 2010. I don't know what that is, Catherine. I'm not sure what kind of yarn that is. Thank you. Maybe you're talking about this. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys like it. Yes, that is my fuzzy heart from years ago. And I was going to do a video with you guys when I cut the yarn off, but I wasn't sure what kind of mess I was going to get into and if I'd have to go get another heart or whatever. I wasn't sure. So, anyway, here you go. Anybody that joined late, there's what I made. And I just did a little bit of it here at the beginning of this video, and other than that, we've been chatting. And Lisa Kidd, was it you? Yes. So you were asking about the mirror, and oh, is Marilyn here? So on the back of a piece of glass, if you go to my TikTok, it's the very first or second TikTok on I pinned them to the top of Tammy Loves Vintage on TikTok, and I was going to copy it and send it to you, but where I did the mirroring, and I just use Windex and Mirror Effects spray, and you do it on the back of a window, and you can turn a window into a mirror, and it's spotted and old looking, and it's awesome. And it's a super quick TikTok. So now that I've talked about it, I should probably share it here with all of you. I will, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's super cool. And Marilyn, with Done By Me, she had messaged me wanting to do, she has like big barn doors that all had windows at the top, and she was redoing a workspace, and so I gave her that idea, and that's why I did that video, was for Marilyn. So anyway, she did end up, her and John ended up doing it, and the windows turned out beautiful. So I know a lot of you have seen them. They're really beautiful. You don't have that many buttons. It doesn't take that many, Lisa. I did, oh, there she is. Marilyn is here. I started with one of these bags, one of you guys' bags, and then I just added in on top some of the pretty ones that I had saved out, and the ones with the strings and all of that. So some of the textured ones. Let's see. Oh, nice to have you here, Catherine. Okay, you guys, I think everybody's just saying hello. Yep, then everybody else is just saying hi. So, okay, that's all I had. And oh gosh, I went a long way. Yes, Marilyn, it was great, and they are beautiful. I will, oh, there's Marlene. It was TikTok, Linda. It was a TikTok I did for her. It was in the summertime, and I was outside, and I had an old glass window, and I turned it into a mirror, and it's fabulous. I sold it to one of you guys in one of my sales, so thank you, Sharon. Yes, I was watching Michelle at the Vintage Daisy, and I was just gluing along while she was finishing a little book, and I pretty much had the whole heart done before I thought, whoa, wait a minute, you were going to go live and show people how to do it. So I had a little bit at the bottom that I was able to share with you guys, and otherwise I've just been chatting about all the other things. So back to the bunny heads. Is there a post on how to make those? Kathy, that is something in my private group, and I know that sounds very mean, that like I'm teasing you with that and a ploy to get you over there, and it's not really the case. It's just something that I figured out how to do, and I'm proud of it, and I want to show you guys, because some people can be inspired by pictures and by seeing something, and maybe you already know how to do it, so I'm going to give you that idea. I did share how to make the Santa, so you just change it over to a bunny, but I also do want you to know what's going on over there, because if you need a safe place to be, a place where there's no trolls, a place where we all want to be together, I do have a place like that, and we do, you know, a lot of us, they're all different prices. So I've just always had mine at $15, and every video I've ever done since 2019 is in there for you to enjoy. So, and not everybody knows that. So that's why I talk about it from time to time. You have 12 windows. Okay. All right, Kathy. I will share. Oh, good. Oh, good. Other Kathy. I got two Kathy. I will share that TikTok, Linda, here, and I'll also find the post for the tulips, because I want you all to try and get some, because they're very good. And with spring coming, whatever color your decor is, they have every color. So there you go. Let's see. Have you moved into? No, Pam. My daughter moved in. She moved back from Arizona, her and her family and the baby and the dogs, and they all live there now. They're staying through the summer. And then they're going to find a place and decide if they're going to stay here or if they're going to move to Charleston, South Carolina. So they're kind of talking about sticking around a little closer. So anyway, then we'll start talking about moving again. So here we go. It's a vicious cycle with me trying to downsize. Something doesn't want me to. Bernadine, it's in my link at the top of the page in the link tree. Or you can go to my website, TammyLovesVintage.com. So everything I do is Tammy Loves Vintage. So if you're on Instagram, it's Tammy Loves Vintage. Just remember TAMI. TikTok is Tammy Loves Vintage. Instagram, I said Instagram. What else? My website, Tammy Loves Vintage, just add a .com. It's all Tammy Loves Vintage. YouTube, Tammy Loves Vintage. There's 600 videos over there. There's more than that now. So you can go over there and search for certain things. If you've seen something that I've done, you're like, I wonder if she did a video, you can go over there and search it. That's always great. And that's about all I have. So I really just wanted to show you a heart. So what have I been on? An hour? Yeah, okay. I did a 10 minute fill out a heart, and I yammered the whole rest of the time. So thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for watching, and I hope I inspired you to run out and get a heart. Literally, I just hot glue and add a button. And since I was going to do this, and I am going to do this, because why not? It'll be great to tuck in, but I want to paint it first, really. So it'll just really bug me, especially this dark edge, and to try and paint it out and not get it on the buttons is going to be a pain. So I was going to try and whip one out for you, but you can just catch the replay and see that. So I need to make a note. What do I have to do? I'm going to share my TikTok of how to make an old mirror, how to make a window or a piece of glass look like an old mirror. Good night. And then I need to share the tulips. Anything else? I'll put that here in the comments. Did anyone see Mona come on, M-O-N-A? I didn't see her. She texted me and said she thought she figured it out. Bless her heart. I'll have to, I thought she might say hi. Maybe she's here and just doesn't know how to comment too. Yes, there are 5 on my website. And then I pulled 2 of them. I pulled 3, but I only used 1. So there'll be 6 on the website for sure. I kind of dug her. You saw her? Oh, good. She made it. I need to weigh this out and make sure that they're all the same. But there are 5 bags of buttons on the website. There's 5 bags of white ones. There's soon to be 6. There's 3 bags of black and 3 bags of brown. So, and then I had 3 bags of jewelry left too, and I took a close-up of it in my hand so you guys could see that. Oh, yay. Oh, it's so cold here, Roseanne. Oh my gosh, it's not that cold, but it's cold. I think it got into the teens. And it's supposed to be 50 this week, one day. I don't even know what day, but yeah. So, okay, I'm going to go share the TikTok. So be watching. Here's the thing. Make sure you're following me, because when I share a link only about 10 of you see it, okay? So come back and look for it. I'll go do it right now. You just got on. The buttons are on my website, tammylovesvintage.com, and they're under the antiques and I think I called it antiques and great old things. Oh, there's Mona. She made it. Yay. I'm so proud of you. You figured that out. I kept seeing your little text pop up and I'm over here talking. So Mona, this is my main page where I share everything with all of my friends. And I'm not sure where you found me from. Was it TikTok or Pinterest or YouTube? I'm not sure. But I was telling them how you got a Facebook page to join our group, and I was so proud of you for figuring it out. But anyway, yeah, so you signed up for my texting, so you get texts for the group, but you also get it for this page. So be mindful, if it says Tammy Loves Vintage, it's here and it's for the world. It's for everybody. And if it says Tammy's Making, then that's our private little group. And you'll know that to go to Tammy's Making on Facebook to find me, okay? So you did great, girl. I'm proud of you. Yeah, tammylovesvintage.com. Thanks, Beverly. Yes, that's where you go to sign up and to look for buttons or greenery or whatever. So I'm going to go now, and I'll put the link for the TikTok for the mirror here. And you'll just have to remember to check back with my page if you don't see it in the next 10 minutes. I mean, I'm literally going to take about 4 minutes to do it, but it might take a minute. Oh, thank you, Roseanne. That's so nice of you to welcome Mona. Yeah, and then I'll also put a link. I'm going to put it here in the comments for the tulips, because if I put it on my page, again, nobody sees it. You guys don't see when I share a link. So I'll do the TikTok both. I'll do a link for both, a post for both, and I'll put both in here. How's that? Okay, did that make sense? I lost everybody. I'll do a TikTok for the mirror, the glass, how to make it look like an old mirror. I'll do a link on its own, and then I will also put it here in the comments. So maybe you'll be able to find it one way or the other. And then I will do the same thing with the tulips, okay? But you may, oh, can I tell? Oh, but not everybody watched it, Linda. Would that be weird if they were like, got a random? I'll do it here. I'll just do it here in this. I'll type a comment, and it should kind of stay towards the top of the comment feed, and then I'll do a separate post. So if you're following me here, if you hit the like and follow, you should see it, but I doubt it. But you might. So, okay, you guys, I will see you all later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.